Hi, my name is Adriel William, and today's video is for all the foreign trained dentist people who are applying to dental school in the United States, people who are CAAPID applicants who got invites, people who are still applying. This video is for you because one of the common pattern I've been seeing a lot when I'm dealing with candidates, when I'm preparing them for interview, when I'm working on their personal statement or just talking to people, giving them guidance, that one of the key elements that is really working against them right now, that is decreasing their chances to make the right decision and get accepted, is their own anxiety at this moment. I deal with a lot of candidates. And just to give you a rough number, like during the past 2 weeks, 14 days, I've worked with 10 candidates for interview prep. And these are the people I was doing interview prep. And beside that, there's a large number of people who just texted and asked me questions. So most of these people, when I'm dealing with them, there's a common theme that I keep looking at. And especially people who are preparing for interview or writing their personal statement or trying to solve a problem. So pretty much everybody I deal with is trying to find an answer to their problem. Their problem might be, I'm not getting any invite, what should I do? Or maybe I got an invite, but I gave the interview and did not get accepted in the past. What should I do? And 99% of the time, they are bringing so much anxiety and stress that becomes overwhelming. When I'm talking to them, they are very insecure and they get, even though they are very well qualified dentists who can speak, who can express their emotions, but still they are stressed out and they feel they are not good enough. And one of the key things I've seen in interview, that when I ask a candidate a question like, tell me about yourself, a strength, tell me what experience of dentistry, they will tend to over-explain. They will keep speaking more than they should. And I actually have to stop them and I have to tell them that now you already given your answer, but you're over-explaining. And they don't realize because anxiety is kicking in. And I can understand you because I was in the same shoes as you were a couple of years ago. And I can relate to this and I can understand this. And one of the key things I've learned from that time and from the candidates that I've worked with is that you need to understand this journey is not small. It's like 100-mile marathon. And it's not just getting accepted to a dental school is difficult. Even studying in a dental school is very difficult, and even after graduating and coming out with this loan or the money that you invested and now surviving in dental world as the fresh grad when you're not a fresh grad is also very stressful, and dealing with visas, getting a green card and all that blah, blah, blah. It's a lot of stress. So the thing that you're dealing is not just a sprint, it's like a 100 or 1,000-mile marathon. And in that, you have to take steps every day. And most probably you might fall, you might get a rejection, and you're going to have troubles. So the number one thing I want you to start doing, like right from today, when you're watching this video, emphasize on getting a paper and pen, a diary. Like I personally use an app called Google Keep. But start journaling, start writing and making a to-do list. Because if you think I'm going to pass my INBD, I'm going to give my TOEFL, write my personal statement and get accepted, well, that's a lot of things, buddy. What you want to do is write down the number one thing that you're going to do tomorrow. Maybe it's just registering yourself for the INBD, or maybe just preparing for your interview. And in order to prepare for it, you need to go and research on YouTube or Google what kind of questions they ask and how you can answer these. So number one thing, if you want to understand, is that accept the fact that this is a complex procedure. You're going to have a lot of stress and days of anxiety. And the first thing that you can do to decrease it is to write down your tasks. Second thing that you can do is I personally feel you should start to incorporate, maybe you're like 25 years old, maybe you're a young person, you don't understand your own body right now, you don't understand your emotions, but you need to understand the earlier you will start taking care of your physicalities in dentistry, like as soon as you start exercising, doing some yoga, some stretching, some cardio, whatever exercise works for you, because there are people who lift a lot of weights. If you send them to yoga, it doesn't work for them. Then I know people who are really good swimmers, and if you ask them to lift weight, it doesn't work for them. So there might be some different activities that help you, but early on, you want to figure out what helps you keep your body relaxed, what allows you to get a better sleep, and what freshens your mind. And you want to find patterns in your life. There are certain people which are actually toxic. It might be a relative, a friend, and you talk to them and you get exaggerated. There are WhatsApp group. If you go and talk to them, or Facebook group, everybody will show they are very big and they got accepted and all of that. And if you feel like they are giving you too much anxiety, block those groups. Don't go in there. Work on yourself and try to find smaller groups or individual where you feel positive. The other thing you can do is, once you make a daily list, start trying to take them down one by one, but also look for mentorships, look for guidances. And I'm not saying I am the only person